I did. All right, guys, we are live. I just need the video to connect. It would be nice if I put my upper third on, wouldn't it? It would be nice. I'm all out of practice for the lives. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, there we go. We got it up. Y'all see the banner? Y'all see the banner? All right, we have our video that has connected. I'm going to snag this link and put it in our community so that those that don't want to be in studio with us can join us in the YouTube comments from our community, so they can join us because we have in studio Heather and Dania and Cheryl and Shawana and Debbie and Dr. LaFera. If you want to be a part of our community and be able to come in studio, plus more, we built a community just for you. It is for you if you are struggling to get to your first 6 figures in business. So join our community, shaycannon.info/group. That's shaycannon.info/group. We have so much going on in our group that is great for you. We go by 3 pillars or 3 value systems, okay? Number 1, we actually commune. We actually build a community and get together. We do things like movie club night and other stuff. Number 2, we actually collaborate. We come together to make each other's businesses better and make money together. And number 3, what is number 3? Let me see. We got community, we got collaborate, conversations, y'all. We have conversations that are transformational to your business growth. So you need to be in our community, shaycannon.info/group. All right, let's see what's going on with the live here. All right, we're ready to get started. Good morning. Welcome to Unlock Your First 6 Figures morning show. I'm your host, Shay Cannon. It all starts with the blog, and this week's blog is at shaycannon.com/struggle. All right, struggle. Because we're talking about the struggle bus, y'all. I thought for our first official live week of July, this is Q3. By now, this far into the year, you kind of know if your offer is working or if it's not working, right? So if you are struggling with your offer, okay, all this week is about things that you need to do. So name of the blog, struggling to sell your offer, do this. It's the name of our blog, okay? And we're going to go over it because what's happening is a lot of people try one offer, and when it doesn't sell, they try to hop to another offer, and then another offer, and then another offer, and now you're not known for anything because if you don't know how to sell one offer, you don't know how to sell another offer, and that's not the way to do it, right? So when your main offer is not selling, it can feel like you're stuck. Right? It could feel like, what am I even in business for? Like if I can't sell what I do, what am I even doing? So many entrepreneurs face this daunting challenge, questioning your entire business model and contemplating drastic changes and complete overhauls, okay? However, abandoning your offer entirely is not the answer if you can't tell, right? I already kind of gave you that secret. But instead, you need to be more strategic with making adjustments and making enhancements so that you can implement to revitalize your sales and drive revenue, okay? So before you consider switching gears entirely, because there is a time to do that, but if you have not been with the same offer 6 months to a year, and you haven't tried these things, it's not time to switch your offer, all right? So the first category of strategies is gonna be to optimize your offer, okay? Optimize your offer. So you have an offer, we're gonna first optimize it. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna make your offer irresistible. Okay, it's essential to fine tune the various elements, and this involves ensuring that you deliver exceptional value, okay? Stand out in the market, align with your customers' needs and expectations. Now, how do you do that? Glad you asked. So the article, the blog post gives you 2 ways to do that. Number 1, review your offer, okay? Look at the quality of the offer. What are the USP, the unique selling proposition or value? We did a whole week of training on USP in our group, shaycannon.info/group. You can just go right into our group, search UPS and find, I'm sorry, don't search UPS, that's United Parcel Service. Search USP. Fresh off vacation, y'all. I'm getting back into it. Search USP, unique selling proposition, and that 4-day free training, and it's very quick, is in the group already. But your USP is how you stand out, right? But it's not just how you stand out, it's how you stand out in ways that the person that needs to buy your service would care about. Right? Some of the stuff that y'all bring forward are not things that the person cares about. It's not helping them to make a buying decision. It might help them like you. It probably is not helping them trust you, right? It's probably not helping them pick you out of all of the sea of people they could pick. Those are unique selling propositions, okay? So review your offer to make sure that it's quality and you're giving value and you're standing out, okay? The second thing you're gonna do is refine your offer, okay? You're gonna refine your offer. So you might have to adjust your pricing, right? Now, this doesn't necessarily mean always discounting. Sometimes it does, okay? But you're going to ensure that the price reflects the value and it is competitive, right? Now, if you have not built a brand, you may have to be competitive. If you have built a brand, you less have to be competitive and more have to show why you are the brand that you are, right? I need you to think about the fact that people buy $3,000 purses and it's just a bag to carry their shit around. Okay. Why do they pay $3,000? Because it's a brand. All right. When they can go to the dollar store, sell purses every day, G. Okay. Every day. We don't want that one. Don't do it. Okay. So there's a reason why we're willing to pay more money for something that in and of itself, utility wise, is not worth that. The brand is worth it. So do you have a brand, right? If so, you can charge higher. If you can relay the value very well, right? And it's funny because I watched a YouTube yesterday while I was catching up on my House of the Dragons, see what people were saying, right? And one thing the guy said was, if somebody asks you about the price, right? He said, don't go straight to giving them the price. Now, I believe in pricing transparency. So you're going to give the price, but maybe not go straight to it because first you want to define the value. So what he said you should do is, I think he said the girl was a makeup artist and he asked her how much does she charge? And she said $800, which I thought was high as hell. But hey, maybe I'm not her ideal client, is all I'm gonna say. So she said $800, right? And he said, I bet you often get asked why so much, or, can you lower the price? And she said, yes. And he said, instead of giving your price, ask them, why are they getting their makeup done? And she was like, okay, a great answer would be like, they're going to a wedding. And she said, okay, he said, okay, then ask them, what would it be worth to you to show up to this wedding, right? And make your ex jealous. Show up to the wedding and not disrespect the bride, but look just as good as the bride. What would the value be for you to, what I'm saying? So he is steadily digging into this value, which when she comes up with the price, it's going to be just the price they got to pay to get that value. Right? So we got to do the same thing. All right. So adjust your pricing. Adjust your pricing again doesn't always mean discounting. Sometimes it means, do you offer a payment plan? Okay. If you do, is the payment plan actually affordable for them? Is it useful? Right? I have a retreat coming up. The retreat happens in September. It has to be paid in August. We've been talking about the retreat since last year. Right? So there was a payment plan appropriate for that. But if you're talking about coming to the retreat this month, the payment plan is not going to help you because you only got 2 payments to split that large sum, right? So make sure that your payment plan is something that people can actually take advantage of, okay? You could do tiered pricing where you pull out some of the value and you give it to them for less. Now, I agree with that. I agree with if you're going to give them less, they can pay less. I don't agree with they can pay less for the same thing that was more, okay? We could do that sometimes, but we don't need to make a habit of taking our price down. Another thing we can do, enhance the value. We can add bonuses. We can add additional features. We can add things that support them going through our program, our services, whatever, right? And we can visually overhaul the offer, right? Let's throw some more color into it. Let's give it its own logo. Let's give it a fresh visual identity and messaging of the brand. Okay, so those are the 2 things in the blog, but when you show up for the morning show, I give you more. Let me check over here. We got Glow over here. Good morning. Glow said good morning, ladies in studio. So I give you more, so get your notes ready, although you will get the show notes in the group, okay? I did not have time to create my lead magnet all about the morning show where you can sign up by the email and it would just give it to you by email because, you know, Hurricane Barrel decided to barrel through. But we'll have that done by the end of this week. So by next week, you can just sign up. And by email, you'll be able to get replays of the morning show and the show notes, okay? But for right now, they're only available in the group. All of the past show notes are in the group, shaycannon.info/group. Now, more for optimizing your offer. I need you to do some market research, okay? I need you to do some market research. What you're doing is you want to get some customer feedback. Find out from people who did buy your offer, what made them buy your offer, okay? I want you to ask the hard questions. What made them buy your offer? Okay, especially when they were, and go ahead and ask them, did they have a choice between you and somebody else? And what made them pick you? All right. If they didn't have a choice, what made them not look for anybody else? I also want you to get feedback from the people you did not get the sale from. This is going to be the most important information sometimes, right? Ask them why they didn't buy, right? Ask them what would have made them buy. Ask them, did they see the value? Right? So go back and get all of this customer feedback so we know how to optimize our offer. All right. Another thing is do a competitor analysis. We might have done one when we first offered the offer. Okay. But now that we've been in this thing for a while, 6 months to a year. Okay. We need to go back and do market research and competitor analysis. What are people doing that is new? Right? So I will tell you, if you started your offer anytime last year and you have the same offer as this year, you might be missing some AI components that you can add in there, right? Because it's been a whole AI revolution this year. So you have to go back, even though, you know, we might have done this type of research when we started, we need to continuously do the research when we're not getting the results that we want, okay? Next thing we need to do is clarify our messaging, because again, it's often not the price, it's your inability to show the value. And most of that showing the value happens through the messaging, okay? So what is your elevator pitch, right? Do they know who you are, who you serve, and the value that you bring, all right? What about your sales copy on your sales pages? I think, I forget what workshop was that, Heather. I don't think you were at the last workshop, Heather, but the last workshop, I think I gave away a link to I know Shawana was there. Shawana, didn't I give away a link to a custom GPT that spits out your sales page? Because didn't I build it? Yeah, because we did custom GPT sales workshop and I showed y'all how I did that one. So yeah, so sales page copy, right? Is yours doing all it needs to do? Does it have all the elements? Are you using psychology of sales in it? Do you have an above the scroll, you know, part that has, if they don't scroll anywhere else, they know exactly what it's about and can buy before they scroll. Like there's a science to this thing for your sales copy, all right? Do you have a compelling narrative? I'm guilty of this sometimes. When I start talking business, I am a no fluff person. I don't add more stuff. I add what I feel like you need to know. Well, a lot of people can't remember that. They can't relate to that without narrative, right? So Heather is always telling us you need to create a story, right? You need to build a story around stuff. So craft and share a compelling brand story, because there are different stories that you have. There's a story about your brand. There's a story about the offer. There's a story about why you help who you help. All of these things are happening and you need to be infusing this story as you're trying to sell, okay? We want to implement scarcity and urgency tactics. Now, some of this is the psychology of sales, but to dumb it down, right? We want to have limited time offers. We might have an offer that is out there all the time, but every now and then we want to offer something with that offer that they can't get every time because we want to force their hand, right? So the whole point of urgency is to create scarcity so that they feel like if I don't buy it now, I'm not going to get it, or I'm not going to get it the same, right? I am working right now on for the rest of the year because, you know, Hurricane Barrel took my power, took my internet. So y'all know I was either stressing or laying down. It was nap time, like the whole week. But what I'm working on is I want to do a promotional calendar for my offers where you only get certain bonuses at certain times of the year, right? So that If the bonus that I did the last time that I sold this to you wasn't worth it, then the bonuses I'm gonna offer this time might get you, right? So bonuses don't have to be the same every time, okay? There is going to be a time where I might do something live versus it being pre-recorded. Me doing it live and you being able to go through it with me live is a bonus, right? So start thinking about that kind of thing, because what we want is our whole job when we're selling is to get somebody off the fence. We want a yes or we want a no. We will accept no's. I don't go past a no. I don't convince, okay? I give opportunities that if you are the right person to get this result, then I give you an opportunity to get it, okay? And so my job is to get a yes or a no. If you say maybe, I'm gonna keep talking to you until I get a yes or a no. And things that help them get off the fence are things like limited time and scarcity, okay? Because if they were already gonna get it and you throw something out there that's gonna be limited, oh, they'd be like, let me go and get it now then, okay? That's what we want. All right. Last but not least, we want to A/B test. Okay. We want to A/B test. And A/B testing is just, we want to compare things and figure out what is working and what is not working. Okay. That can be in the offer, that could be in a message, but we want to test different versions of the offer, different versions of the pricing, different versions of the messaging. Okay. So let's go back through, because we're about to do our round robin. So in the blog, we got, you need to review your offer. You need to refine your offer, okay? As more, we have, you need to do market research. You need to clarify your messaging. You need to do some urgency, and we need to A/B test. So that's 6 things. What I would love to know is which one of these things do you know you need to do more of to make your offer better? And we're going to start with Dr. LaFera. Dr. LaFera, which one of those strategies do you know you need to do more of to make your offer that may not have been selling as well as you wanted to sell better? Which one of the strategies?
So my offer is a juice reset course to help women get their bodies back. So just listening to you, I guess, like, because I just started with this. I haven't even been selling my offer because I've just been gathering information and putting together basically my story around it, like what you said, others said. And so I've been putting together like the bonuses and stuff like that, things that that I can add to it to make it more attractive. So and it's not really a high ticket offer, but I don't want any reason to have an objection. So it would be that, because the way that I'm going to introduce it is once I go do different speaking engagements. And so it would be that one, to make sure that I have the different bonuses and things like that to go along with it to make it stand out from the competitor, any competitor that's doing something similar, that's teaching juicing. Link it to like a problem. So it'll be problem based.
Love it. Love it. I love that. And I mean, you can, like we always do, you can do your market research, right? Just see what I like to do in my market research. I don't really like to see what people are doing. I like to evaluate what's missing. So that makes sure that I put that in my program, my service, so that I can use that as a unique selling proposition, right? So look at what people are doing, but look at what people are not doing, right? It's so funny because I think it was Heather recently asked me, had I looked at some other people that do what I do or whatever. I hardly ever look at people that do what I do, because what I already know from all the market research and even from y'all being on this morning show, nobody does it the way that I do it, right? So looking at them, I already know what the gaps are. They have not caught up with me in filling the gaps. And so I don't readily go back and look at them. Now, when it's times like now, when I'm looking to upgrade the offer or change the offer, I go back and do my competitor analysis, right? But I'm not always looking. I will tell you though, if it's your first time offering something, it's okay to go back and look, but be careful about comparing yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not comparing yourself to tear yourself down. You're comparing yourself to see how you stand out and how you can improve. But we get stuck sometimes in being hard on ourselves, and we're our own worst enemies. So if you're that type of person, I need you to give yourself a list of things you're looking for before you go over there looking at other stuff. And I don't know, put on some stand-up comedy and something that make you happy when you come out of there, so you come out with the right energy, because, stop comparing yourself in the wrong way, right? So I love that, Dr. LaFerra. Yes, I love that you're at the beginning stages of offering something new, and that you're already doing these things to make it the best offer that you can. And so now you can use the other strategies as you go along. So thank you, Dr. LaFerra. All right, Debbie, which one of these strategies do you know you need to start using to get more sales for your offer? But before we go to that, I want to give you your flowers. I saw your Forbes article. It came to me. It came to me just as content, like in my algorithm. And I was like, I looked at the picture. I was like, that looks like an old picture, but I think they talk about Debbie Mitchell Productions. What is this? And I look it, I click it, and yes, they would talk about you. So we will have a link to that article in our show notes today so that y'all can check it out. But it's a great article from Forbes. So congratulations, Debbie.
Thank you.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Look, I was on vacation. I started to say something to you, but I was like, I don't want to talk back though right now because I'm on vacation. I don't want to talk. So I didn't say nothing. I said, I'm gonna wait. The morning show. But which one of the strategies do you know will help you to make more money with your offer?
Well, I'm definitely going to use that Forbes article to market.
Yes, most definitely.
And set the framing. So, so the marketing, it's funny because this week I'm sitting down to review my offers because I have 2 big events in August, and I have to be clear about what I'm offering and how I'm pricing them. So I will say, tier marketing, tier pricing, introduce tier pricing options. That's definitely one.
Yes.
Boosting visibility and marketing. I'm gonna, like I said, that article is gonna be going out.
Ma'am, stay with what we talking about today.
Isn't that marketing? Isn't boosting visibility and marketing?
That's tomorrow. That's part 2. That's tomorrow.
Stay
on today. We on optimize the offer
blog
today.
post.
Look, she going through the whole blog on a Monday.
Okay, wait. Okay, so
look, I went on vacation. Sorry. Y'all forgot how stuff works. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I pulled the blog post. I was like, okay. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Tier marketing, tier pricing.
Tier pricing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, visual. Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you, Debbie.
You're welcome.
All right, Shawana, Kennedy Media. Which one of these optimize the offer strategies do you know will help you to make more money with your offer?
Well, I do currently do the tier based off the current pricing. Listening at what you were saying about seeing what are those things that would make the person buy, and also hearing what would make them say, maybe not right now. Evaluating that, what has even helped me with the tiering, because it's not that they don't want the service, sometimes that their budget does not afford the service. So seeing how I could slow walk them into the higher tier with people that I believe that they're worth it. Also, I do have to say, because you did just mention Debbie, with what we just did, since you've been on vacation, Shay, I've actually been on a call twice with Debbie. One that she is one of the guests for C-Suite, as well as Dania and Heather. They will be in this season of C-Suite.
Come on now.
All 3 of them. And also Debbie, because of an opportunity that she got, because of what we did together for me, I have also been interviewed for her. So just to let you know what is going on in your community.
Love it. Come on, collaboration. Yes, I love it. All righty. Let's go to Miss Cheryl. Cheryl, which of these strategies today under optimize your offer do you know will help you to make more revenue with your offer?
I can tell you what I've done in the last 9 months because I took the refining the offer
Mm-hmm.
And I always do market research. That's part of my business day routine.
Mm-hmm.
But what I discovered is, being in several groups, I discovered that what clients were telling me they wanted wasn't what they really wanted. They needed to know how to market their book and how to hit bestseller lists.
Ah,
And
love
I
it.
realized that I do the bestseller drive. This has now become my number one thing,
Mm,
because I realized one day, I don't guarantee that you hit the bestseller list. Anything can
no.
happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I've not had one client that hasn't hit the bestseller list.
Mm-hmm.
And that's amazing to me. And that has been my, basically my log line, my tagline, whatever you want to call it. And it's worked very, very well. Um, and what I also had to do was look at capacity. That's
Yes.
been like the word of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can only do so much, and I can't burn me out
Mm-mm.
in providing all these things. So I actually started doing my version of Pick My Brain, and
Okay.
it's been working really, really well. People will pay for what they want. So
Yes.
during that half hour, 45 minutes, depending on, what it is, you get your money's worth, and I'm done, and you're done until the next time. And so that's what I've been doing.
I love that. I love that. I definitely I purchased when I was on vacation. I purchased two Pick My Brain sessions. I purchased one with an Etsy expert because I'm about to get into some Etsy with passive income products. And I purchased one with a Kindle Vella expert because I'm about to get back into my fiction writing at some point. And so I want to understand, how does the episodic selling of your book work with Amazon versus the ones I actually read? And so, yeah, Pick My Brain is still a good thing. Heck, me and Shawana just did a Pick My Brain session. So yeah, those still work. I love that. Was it something you wanted to add, Cheryl, before you get?
Yes.
Okay.
With the episodic, the Kindle Vella,
Mm-hmm.
if you watch the mini series that they have on streaming networks,
Mm-hmm.
the research is invaluable to your Kindle Vella.
Gotcha. And
Kindle
when you
Vella
say
does
the one
bonuses.
they have, are you talking about Amazon?
No, I'm talking about any of them.
Okay.
HBO Max,
Mm-hmm.
Stars,
Oh
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a formula, but
Yeah.
not, if you know what I mean. Nothing
Yeah,
is
yeah.
formulaic per se, but you understand that you have a 90% chance of hitting the market and hitting your target audience by doing those things rather than A, B, and C. One of the other things is, do not try to take your book and turn it into a Kindle Vella unless you understand how to break that book up and make it fit with your audience and what they're looking for in Kindle Vella. And one last thing, if anybody has Kindle Vella, they're looking to start, they are doing a contest, and the first prize, I do believe, is 25,000. So, Miss Shay, go ahead and get that episode done. And you do get paid.
No
People will say,
pressure.
no, you don't, but you do get paid even if you don't sell an episode. Those bonuses work, and people look and they review. And the Kindle Vella is absolutely incredible. I was so glad to get an invitation to that. That's probably one of the best things Amazon has invited me to. And I'll release the mic.
Oh, thank you for that added information. I appreciate you. All right, let's go to Dania. Dania, with optimizing your offer, which one of these strategies we discussed today do you know will help you bring in more revenue with your offer? You trying to unmute? Let me see if I ask you to unmute. Will that help? Make something pop up, maybe. There you go.
Yes, I'm tapping like so let's see. For me, I think look, I'm you already know, writing everything
I
down.
know.
So for me, it's kind of like a combination of things, because I feel like I need to reflect the value of my offer. So
Mm-hmm.
like I list the things that, you know, they get, but I don't add the, oh, well, this is a bonus. This, you know, this is this market value. This is, you know, where I'm charging. And then I need to implement the scarcity, because I have, like, you know, proposal packages with the deposit, and it's just out there, and I never set a deadline for, okay, after this, you know, that's it, time to move on. When you come back, it'll be more, because you took too long.
I always set a deadline. And you, when you are in the phase where you're having your discovery call, there are going to be things that you know they need that might not be a part of the offer, that you can say, hey, I'll add this to the offer if you pay your deposit by. You see what I'm saying? So all bonuses don't have to be preconceived as a part of it. Some of it is you've been in business so long, you have something, right, that you can add to make it more valuable to them, help them make a buying decision. And so you throw that in there as a part of the urgency. I love doing that. Look, I know Shawana gets sick of me doing that. Shawana be like, look, I was going to pay for this next month, and you talking about within 7 days, but I want that right there, though. So if I'm going to pay for it anyway, I want that right there. Shawana be so sick of me. She be like, dang, she be making it good. Got to buy it now. So, yep. So you can always use that stuff. This is why we have to know our offers very well. And I'm also going to remind you of something, Dania, because you are guilty of something that I am also guilty of, and that I have to actually put as a part of my process to see if I did it. So your offer is what helps them to get from A to B. And that's it. What result are you promising, and what is the straight line to get there? All that other stuff you throw in because you are you, those are bonuses. Okay. So if you are having a problem finding bonuses for your offer, it might be because you include them as part of the regular offer. Like, look at your offer. The offer should be what gets them from A to B, because that's what they're buying. Anything extra is a bonus. Okay. Because look, we the same. So I already know you over there throwing in the kitchen sink and talking about, okay, this the offer. What else can I add? Nothing. Nothing. You put everything in there in the kitchen sink. It's nothing. So yeah. All right, cool. Thank you, Dania. Heather, let me see what's going on over here on YouTube. We got Glow over here. Glow, if you're still listening to us, put in the comments which strategy you know you could use to get more revenue from your current offer. All right, Heather, which one of the strategies do you know will get you more revenue?
I think clarifying the message for my main offer, because, well, first of all, let's just call a duck. I haven't actually even been talking about it in the last couple months. So that's number one, got to start talking about it again, but also to clarify the message and really dig into the transformation and more of the like and then I don't know, like building the journey more. So the transformation of getting through the program and then what comes next.
Love it. You guys will see, and it was supposed to be this week, but as y'all know, Hurricane Beryl barreled through my head too. So not this week, but coming very soon, you will see me re-clarifying my offer, right? So you guys, I shared with you guys when I clarified it as far as, money or time, right? And that was like a little revolutionary change that people liked. They liked the pricing transparency that I put on all of my offers. They liked to see where it was as far as, the relationship with them spending more or less money and having to spend more or less time, right? So I'm going to pull that in, but now I'm about to recalibrate it a different way. I've told you guys that I have taken my one roadmap and broken it down into 3 different pieces for the people who don't need the whole thing, right? Or people who want to get started, but they feel like they don't have the budget for the whole thing, right? So we're going to stair step you now. Now, if you thought you didn't have the budget for the whole thing before, that is actually the price of each of the smaller portions now, because that roadmap, as Dania know, and Heather know, and Shawana know, keep it going for about a year. And so, look, I'm sick of y'all. So, that big one, that big roadmap, the full one is now like almost the whole full cost of the retreat. And so we're now breaking it down, and the broken down parts will be.
Can I just say though, even if just the roadmap is the full price of the retreat, Fred, that is worth it.
That's what I'm explaining
to you. I know you know.
I understand.
I'm telling everybody else, like,
yes,
worth it.
Yes,
invest.
Yes.
Done.
Yeah, yeah. So I see what it's doing for the businesses. It's doing, look, it's giving what it needs to give, right? So we need to give it the value that we need to get. Is basically what's happening with that. But to break it down in, you know, clarity or structure or strategy, which are my 3 pillars, right? What happens is I now need to do an assessment. So I have to create these quizzes that let you know which one you need. Because, you know, people are going to swear all they need is strategy and they're not clarified. Right? So we're going to start with, you know, the things that show you that you're not clarified, what you're experiencing in your business, what it looks like not to be clarified, right? And then we're going to talk about the strategies and, you know, when you're ready for the strategies. And then we're going to talk about the structure and what makes you ready for more structure and what does that pain point look like and all of that. So those are the things I'm putting in place. So all of that is messaging. Right. So I can't just say, hey, I got this full roadmap, but you can get this mini roadmap for this amount. That is not enough. That is not enough for a buying decision, right? So we have to add more things in there. What are their pain points, right? What is their desired transformation? What does it look like, right, when they don't have the transformation in their life? We have to start talking about all this becomes a part of the narrative, that story you're telling, the conversation that you're having, right? So you guys will see me doing that here very soon. And I think that that's a part of why me being a vessel, understanding that this is what we needed to talk about next, because all of us being halfway through the year should be looking at our offers and how well they're selling. And all of us don't necessarily know how to do that in a productive way. So that's what this week is about. Okay. Do we have any questions about the strategies that we talked about today? How to help them align with your particular business, or a question on how to do it better? Like you got some thoughts on it, but you want to talk about how you could do that better. Any questions on it? And let me run back through that. So we are on optimize your offer. We talked about review the offer, refine the offer is in the blog. And then we went further with market research, clarifying the message, implement scarcity and urgency, and A/B testing. Any questions about that before we go to our announcements? All righty. Well, look at y'all. All right. Well, tomorrow, look, Debbie has already introduced us to it. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about boosting your visibility and your marketing around your offer to get more money from your offer. Okay. But your announcements, first of all, welcome back from me being on vacation. That wasn't a vacation. It's more like hurricane trauma is more like what it was. But again, we want to congratulate Debbie on her feature in Forbes. I am putting that link in the show notes so that you guys can go check that out. And feel free to, you know, put it on your social media and tag her and tell her congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You are
Thank
welcome.
you.
You are so welcome. Also, I have changed the date of your workshop again. It was supposed to be this Wednesday, and that was a no for me because I'm still a little traumatized. Can't believe I was been off a whole week, and I don't feel like I've been on vacation at all. So next Wednesday is the Amplify Your Revenue with Affiliates workshop. It is going to be on July 17th. Go to shaycannon.com/affiliate. I had forgot to change the date on everything. I did it while we was on the morning show. Okay, so now the date has changed on everything. So shaycannon.com/affiliate. It's $147 if you're in the general public. It's $97 if you're in our community. And that coupon code is even on the sales page. So nobody should be paying $147. Nobody. Okay, because the coupon code is on the sales page for you to only pay $97 and save $50. If you are in the productivity membership, you only pay $47. I'll remember to put your coupon code in the group this today in the Slack. And if you're in one of my top tier coaching programs, then you know that it is free. You do not pay for any of the workshops. All right. Also next week, there's going to be a free training for the month next week, and it's going to be about how to get your business or your offer ready for the affiliate program. So you're getting that part for free. And then it's going to remind you that the workshop on creating the affiliate program is going to be $97, $47, or free, depending on where you are. Okay. So that's what we got today, and we will be back tomorrow. It's good to be back, but I need a vacation from the hurricane vacation, but I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be all right. So you guys, no questions? Last call for alcohol. All right. Well, have a great day. Studio is closing in 5, 4,
Take care, everyone.
3, 2, 1.